I'm streaming
Welcome
to
back,
Twitch,
everyone,
so.
to Blast Process, where we raise Seg awareness. Right now,
Welcome
we have
back,
a
everyone, to
double
Blast
header for
Process,
Super
where we
Monkey.
raise
Seg awareness. Right now, we have a double header for Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 by cmdr.
Hello, everyone. My name's cmdr. As long as you don't call me Cucumber, I should be good. This is going to be Super Monkey Ball 1 Grand Prix, no skips. If you're wondering what the skips are, I'll be able to show you in the run. But if everybody's ready, I think I can give a countdown. The Echo be gone.
Alright, Echo, seems to be... We good now? I think we're good. Alright, countdown. Good luck. CMDR, could you check your mic real quick? Just wanted to double check, make sure we're not having issues. Can you guys hear CMDR?
I can bring back the Echo for a second, and then I can turn off the oh, missed that, but that's okay. I can continue going. We can fix multiple mic things in the runs. So we're on to actually probably the toughest level you'll see here. This is Aqua Outpost, Aqua Off-Road, and as you can see, there's a lot of off-road shenanigans going on. We're going to be taking the fastest route through this whole thing, dodging a lot of the computers. Using handicap to our advantage on that first lap as we were behind. Are we back to the Echo? You sound good. Thank you. Okay. So we are going to... This is the tricky part about this level, is how you bounce through these off-road sections. As you can see, I picked up 2 seconds there just by bouncing correctly. And you're going to be wanting to average 23s on here. This is where the world record holder, Adam Ferrari, you might know him. He's a pretty big monkey ball speedrunner. This is where he makes up a lot of his time in his no skips run, is just bouncing properly. It sounds weird, you know, bouncing off-road properly to gain a lot of time. As you can see, lost 2 seconds there. It's weird. There's so much like speed tech on this level that can change from a PB run to a not PB run. So we're going to go back up top here. Try and get a good bounce here. We're going to be moving on to our final lap here. That was another 25. We're going to try and get that 23. That's the goal. Don't know how well we can get it because we've been pretty unlucky with some of our bounces. We've had one good bounce spot. And bouncing's another thing that you'll find in Super Monkey Ball 2 is a pretty big deal. Okay, so that was the second spot. We actually won this one. That's probably the good thing about doing any of these racing sort of runs is you don't have to win every single one of them. It's not the end of the world. Also, shout out if you are like, hey, this looks fun. It is fun. You should run it because it's a great way to get to do like a monkey ball run without worrying about frame perfect. I mean, there's still a lot of frame perfect stuff you have to do here, especially when we get to Super Monkey Ball 2. But this is a good way to introduce yourself into Super Monkey Ball speedrunning. I mean, this is the first category that I picked up when I started speedrunning Super Monkey Ball, is the Grand Prix, because not a lot of people do them, so you can get pretty high on the leaderboards. Okay. Without... very few... After... You go ahead. So, if your Grand Prix, like after Adam Ferrari sort of put the nail in the coffin, not a lot of people do Grand Prix. Most people, of course, do your beginner, your intermediate, master, all of them in a row. That's what you'll see in the AGDQs and the SGDQs. And you'll see a couple people do it for like smaller online marathons. I actually have a local runner who does Super Monkey Ball runs as well. But I'm the only person who does Grand Prix for marathons. It's just my thing. I grew up in a racing family, so Grand Prix was a natural for me to play. And we're going to be done with this is actually pretty fast. Oh, that was a gold. That's sweet. So that was Frozen Hillside. Frozen Hillside, I was right. So we're going to be moving on to the only track that has a skip in it. This is the only reason there's a skips category. As this is the no skips category, I'm sure it'd be frowned upon if I attempt the skip. So we're not going to do that, but I'll show you how it works. Because we still use a lot of the speed tech in no skips. And it starts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed boost here, I'm going to bounce there, and that's supposed to get me a lot of speed. And I would jump over that little ramp there to the other side of the track that you see, that I'm going to spend 8 seconds going all the way around to get to. So it's an 8-second time save that you do 3 times for 21 seconds of time save.
That's the only difference? Just the 21
That's
seconds?
the no skips category. Or the skips category. I guess that's just the 21 seconds is the only difference between no skips and skips. So we got a 48 there, and normally I'm not like too concerned with the IL times. I mean, I point them out during the runs. But a 48 is actually really good for no skips, because even with skips, getting sub 40 is super difficult. And that's from this boost here that we do. That's how we can get such good times, is that boost that bounce off the wall. It's a little difficult at first because how Super Monkey Ball physics work, you could just kind of go like straight through that wall sometimes. It's a surprise every time. And the biggest thing about this course is hitting all the boosts. You can lose quite a bit of time if you miss a boost. I think it's 3 seconds per boost, which sounds absurd, but it's super true. During my practice today, I would miss 1 boost minus 3 seconds, or plus 3 seconds technically. You miss 2 boosts, that's plus 6 seconds. It adds up really fast on this course. This is the only course that really it's an issue. Okay, we're going to go for our third bounce again. We didn't get it as good as I would like it, but it works out in our favor. Because we didn't fall off. Falling off loses you 5 seconds on this course. You lose about 3 to 7 seconds if you fall off, depending on what course you're on. Because like this has a lot of boosts involved, so we can pick up speed rather fast. And as the boost kind of caps us out of speed, it works for this course. See, we didn't get that hit properly, and we lost a little time, but it's nothing too terrible. So we got 4 out of the 6 courses done. And we're tied with still one of the computer pillars. This course is this is what keeps a lot of people from actually running this category like super competitively. This is pipe warp tunnel. This has some serious movement optimization. Like this first part that I'm probably going to fall off on. Nope, I saved it. So that's the first task of the course. That doing your pipes properly. Then you need to ride on the edge of this turn here in order to make it. And this is a pretty hard turn to make. Okay, we made it first try, so I probably just ate my words there. But we still have 3 more laps that we could fail that turn. And we still have to worry about these pipes that we have to maneuver properly. We have to worry about that boost. We don't want to boost all the way, otherwise we'll fly off into space. And we're not playing some of the adventure modes of Super Monkey Ball 2 to where we actually go to space. We don't want to do that. So we're going to try this boost again. I'm probably going to be quiet here for this turn, because this turn is always difficult. As I said, it's always difficult, and I just fell off. But that's okay. It loses, as you're going to see, it loses 4 to 5 seconds every time you fall off. It sucks. But it's something that you get used to. It's something that you just have to be like, okay, it happens. Especially in Grand Prix, especially in marathons. Because it's not an easy turn. And, you know, this isn't a beginner mode where you can pause. I mean, I could pause to try and land it, but nope, and I took it too short that time. I could try and pause buffer it, which is what you would do like in beginner. You would do a bunch of pause buffering strats. But that adds up a lot during Grand Prix, because Grand Prix is such a short category. I mean, yeah, beginner's a short category as well, but beginner, it allows you to do so many amazing tricks. Let's see if we can't go at least 2 for 4. And I'm just aiming for that right there. There, that was a 30. We did lose a little time, and we were actually ahead of PB, which is pretty good because it gets pretty tight in here. That's okay. So we got 1 track left, and so once I cross the finish line for the second lap, that's when time will be for whoever's doing time. So, some shameless self-advertising here. I wonder who made this game. It might be the track. So, there's a lot of really weird turns in here. There is a skip that you can do across that sign that saves some time. That's another skip, but it's almost as difficult as it's a whole lot more difficult than the last one. And you can only do it twice, and you have to have quite a bit of speed. So I don't think it's even something Adam Ferrari does, which is kind of impressive, because the man has optimized this game so well. As you can see, this is the longest course lap-wise. It's not the longest track. The longest track was the 4th track. As you can see, this is just going to be a little over a minute. Probably a minute 6. Minute 6, that's okay. I average 109, so that's happy for me. But I think Adam Ferrari averages 102s when he does this. And a good time for this in a marathon is sub 14. Good time in general for this is sub 14. That's top 5 in the world. You can do all these tracks in sub 14, and we're on pace to do that. So hopefully that's the case. It just depends on my movement in the late part. I'm going to be staying towards the inside here so that I don't fall off. In Super Monkey Ball 2, I would be going on the outside, as you'll see coming up next. I'll be going on the outside to get some serious speed boosts that are a little tough to tame. So we're almost done here. We're about 16 seconds from finishing. We got this last speed boost, into another severe turn, and once I cross this, it will be time. Wow. I said 14 was the average. I didn't mean to exactly get 14.
That's
That's
consistency if nothing else.
exactly what I got the last time I did the Cinema Marathon.
That's consistency if nothing else.
Okay, so that's Super Monkey Ball 1 for the GameCube. Grand Prix, no skips, in 14 minutes exact. Coming up next is a more broken Super Monkey Ball 2 Grand Prix, no shortcuts, and it's even faster. So we'll see you there. Okay, I can start getting my splits. I'm waiting for them to switch screen.
Got through the brief audio issue.